Okay, so I don't know how well this is gonna work. It used to be a lot easier to record on the phone. Now it's seems to be a process. But I'm gonna quickly show you my stats. I am in this amazing team. I am Azrael, and so far I currently have 37 billion scrap, 559 stars. These are the I can level that up. These are the levels that I currently have with my scrapyards. And I wanted to quickly show you what I do when I do a faster barrels. It's mostly just a lot of effort, a lot of speed that's come along with just time. It is not the most efficient way to speed merge in any capacity. Copy and even other people on YouTube have better methods. They're faster and whatever. I just do well with my one hand. So what I do is I hold my phone with my left hand and I merge up with just my right thumb, just like this. That's all I do. And I have some tactics that I do to then continue this. So when I have a faster barrels going, I do what I call a single and a triple. What that means is that it's more efficient, obviously, if this wasn't here or this and it was all the same barrel, and I could just continuously merge. Because when I can do that, let me just get this faster barrels going. Hold on one second. When it's all the same barrel all the way to the top, then what you can just do is you can just do this, move it up as I get all these interruptions, and then do this but for another whole row. And then once you get to there, you can just quickly move it over and then get rid of it, scrap it, whatever. There are two ways that I do this when I speed merge. One, even with just these 4 rows like this, I will just speed merge like this. Now granted, this isn't actually my fastest. I'm trying to explain it. And I will keep speed merging and I'll just do this for this entire time. And I will apparently get masteries and magnets and level up and etc. It is more efficient when I have all the rows. That's not always the case. The other way that I speed merge, which sometimes is faster, sometimes it's a little bit slower, is that I have it like this, where I am trying to progress through the barrels and try to get to a higher tier. So when I'm doing that, I do what I call a single, a double, a triple, and even a quad. And that may sound confusing, but I'll explain it in a second. I'm just going to wait for this storm so it doesn't interrupt me while I'm trying to show you. So give me a second. So what it does is I'm, example, trying to merge here. Now I don't know, so yeah, it's just the one right after. So I'll actually get this up, both of these, just like this. So now a single or double, I'm not quite sure, I don't remember, will level those up. So I would do that really quickly. So this is just a regular one, and this is what I call a single. When you get to this point here, and you can no longer just, go directly up. Moving it one over is what I call a single. So doing this whole row as a single, like this, is what I call a single. So it would be a single. In this case, I'm just going to reset that so it's easy. So now a double on these things, actually no, even a single, would level these up. So that's how I usually progress. So if I do a full single here, just like this, and I'm not going fast just to explain my method here, then once again, you get to this point where you can't just directly go up. I do a single. So now a full single, like this, means that if I put these together, I can upgrade those. So I don't even need a full single. I can just do the one before single. So like this. Where this, on top here, if I put them all just to the side, will level that up. So now a single, which I kind of fucked up here, but if I do a single, I can level up one of those barrels. So, So this single, I just go to the left, will level that up. And I would do that for all 3 of these barrels. And then that means when I get to a double, just like this is what I call a double, which is the thing directly after the single here. So once again, I get to this point, and this is a single, which means I can then merge upwards, but then I keep going, and usually don't keep converting like that by accident. So now I'm doing this again, and then this again, and then this is what I call a double, where I have to put these 2 on the bottom row together to continue. So this double, putting them all to the left, will level this up. So normally I would do this across the board until all the barrels are the same. So now if I continue, this would be a single. And once again, I'm not going as fast as I could, just so I'm explaining the process that I merge while I'm doing it. So that was a single. This is a double. So that means, based off of what I do, because I'm usually doing it in order, a triple will level this up, and then a quad will level up the one after that. And then when I can no longer do a quad, and I usually wouldn't have enough money to upgrade my better barrels, then I would move these all to the left at that highest tier, and I would make more money. And I would usually then be able to upgrade my better barrels, and then continue the process and progress farther and farther in my barrels. I was able to get to these barrels at like 150 stars or so, just by doing this process. So now a triple is once again directly right after the double, where you just continue progressing, so you don't have to stop merging because you run out of room per se, and you can just do this. So now this double, as you can see, does not let me continue merging, but a triple does. What I call a triple is when I have to do this like that, and the quad is obviously the version right after that. It's a little bit more complicated, but I figured out how to do it, and I can continue to merge. So that is a triple, which means a triple, if I put them to the left, will upgrade that barrel. And I'll quickly show you a quad. So now a quad is pretty much basically the same idea. You just keep going until you can't merge. You follow the single, the triple, the single, the double, the triple, and then after that you would go into a quad. What this means is that for usually an entire faster barrels, and usually 2 of them, you don't have to ever really stop merging. And if you do this at speed, which I am not, I'm just kind of explaining it and talking, then you can get a pretty good amount of barrels going. The occasional part is that I will get caught like I just did, or I'll convert by accident, which I used to hate the convert message because it would pop up and interrupt me, but now I actually kind of miss it because of the fact that I couldn't accidentally merge a barrel that I needed and essentially have to restart some of my process here. But I can still usually do it pretty good. So if I'm trying to progress, what I'll do is I'll turn off the converting. I might still get stuck, but I won't accidentally convert a barrel, and I can go a little bit faster. So now, once I get past the triple, so this is the triple right here, I can then go into a quad. So what that will do is now I'm at this point. Now normally I would have been, as I've been going with the singles, the doubles, the triples, I would have been upgrading these barrels here as I go. But I'm just trying to show you the process. And I will do another quick recording after this to actually show you this at speed. Both processes. The one where I'm not trying to progress, I'm just trying to level up fast or work on masteries, and then this version where I'm actually trying to level up my barrels to get to a farther point. So now at this point I actually didn't need to do a triple here to progress. Actually no, I do here. The next point I don't have to. Once you get these where you do a triple here and they level up together like this, then all you have to do is do a double like this, right? That's a single, and then a double, and then put them all together, and that will level up this barrel like that. You just do that 4 times pretty quickly. At this point you'd usually be farther along because you'd be going faster, and you just do this 4 times. Once this is complete, as you can see, these barrels and these barrels will go together. What that means is that that quad is done, and then obviously you'd still be able to continue merging, and then that would level up your barrels. So then you get to this point here where, once I do it, that is, so now this is a quad. You put them together, it levels up this barrel. So now let's say I had done it the way I was supposed to, and I had leveled these up at the, evenly. Then these all would have went left and made this barrel into whatever. So let me clear these real quick to show you what I quickly do once I get to that point. So let's say I had done them evenly and I merged them all left. Now I'm at a higher tier barrel. Great. Now I'm at this point. So then what I do, and I'm running out of time here too, is I would then merge these like this. And I would get this barrel as high up, of these 3, as high up as I could in this time frame, usually a little bit more time. And I would just continue to do this. And I would do the single, double, triple. So now I'm at a single, and I would just merge them together. I might be able to finish it, I doubt it, but I don't have much time on my faster barrels left. But I've discovered that if I do this after I merge the barrels, so now I'm at a double, is that by doing this, it allows me to progress in a pattern. So now, I can only get this double done. And then I would do this one more time for a triple. Once these are at a triple, so it'd be 1 barrel higher than this because I would do these 3 in that pattern, then I could continue with this pattern of doing a double, and a double would level up these barrels. And then I would go to a triple and a quad and whatever those are, I'd merge left. And then I would continue the process, and I can just keep climbing higher and higher and higher. So that is, it probably doesn't make complete sense, but that is the explanation of how I merge my barrels together. Now I am going to do a different video showing you this at an actual speed. Sometimes I'm a little bit more efficient than other times, but I will show you the speed.